MMA prop picks for UFC Vegas 55 on Underdog Fantasy. It's going down this Saturday. I'm John Kelly. Let's hear the picks. And our first pick of the night is going to be Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Njokuani not to get a finish. He's going up against Dusko Todorovic, and currently it opened at plus 115. It's taken a little bit of money since then. It's currently at minus 105, so it's about a coin flip, so you're not really getting any line value on this pick. However, I do think Todorovic is not really chinny. He just doesn't really move his head a lot. He relies on head movement and striking exchanges, and he paid the price against Punahele Soriano, but Soriano is one of the biggest power hitters in this division. I'm not sure if Chitty quite has that power. Of course, he does have a bunch of knockouts to his record. 13 of his 21 victories have come by knockout, but we've seen at times when he isn't able to get the finish, he tends to slow down a little bit as the fight goes on. He could be controlled against the fence. He could be grappled as well on the mat. I'm not sure that Dusko is going to be able to do a lot of those things, but I also am just kind of betting that we don't see a finish here on the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang side. So I just think he's being hyped a little bit because he was able to knock out Marc-Andre Barriault in 16 seconds in his UFC debut. So I'm going to bet against the hype here, and we're going with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang not to score a finish. And our next pick of the night, we're headed to the middleweight division where I have Eric Anders plus 1 takedown against Jun Young Park. And I know some of you might be thinking this a little bit suspect. Jun Young Park averages over 2.5 takedowns per 15 minutes. But if you really look at how he lands takedowns, a lot of those came against non-wrestlers. Like he landed 4 takedowns against John Phillips back in the day. I think when he's faced guys that are better wrestlers than him or just straight up more athletic than him, like Eric Anders is going to be, we saw Anthony Hernandez take him down 6 times in his UFC debut. We saw Gregory Rodriguez take him down twice in his last fight. I think Eric Anders is going to be a little bit more athletic, a little bit more powerful. He's a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think he's going to be able to land takedowns of his own here, and I'd be surprised if Jun Young Park was able to outmuscle Anders to the ground repeatedly. Eric Anders, 74% takedown defense. His takedown defense is not bad, and because I think he's probably going to land a takedown or 2 of his own here, I'm going to take the plus 1 takedown on the Eric Anders side. Which brings us to our final pick of the night, and this one I like quite a bit. This is my most confident pick on Underdog this week. I like Holly Holm plus 1.5 takedowns in our main event. And the reason being, for starters, Holly Holm is very difficult to take down. The only 3 people that have been able to take her down across all of her UFC fights are Raquel Pennington, got her down once, Miesha Tate got her down twice, and Valentina Shevchenko got her down 3 times. I do not think Ketlen Vieira is of that level to be able to land multiple takedowns against Holly Holm. Now, on the flip side, Holly Holm is able to land takedowns of her own. I know Ketlen Vieira has a 90% takedown defense, but we've seen Holly Holm, when she does have a strength and wrestling advantage, she landed 5 takedowns against Irene Aldana in her last fight. That was a main event. This fight, I do think she could probably win the fight standing, and that's another out that we have here, is maybe both of them respect each other's ground game, and we just see a kickboxing match for 25 minutes if it lasts that long. And if that's the case, we're getting the plus 1.5. And then on the flip side, I don't know if Vieira is going to be able to take Holm down even once here. And then I also think Vieira's gas tank is a major concern, and Holly Holm can control her against the fence, peel her to the ground once or twice. So I really feel strongly that Holly Holm plus 1.5 takedowns is the best pick on Underdog this week. So quick recap, we got Chitty Chitty Bang Bang not to get a finish in the first fight. We have Eric Anders plus 1 takedown in the second fight, and we have Holly Holm plus 1.5 takedowns in the main event. And if you guys aren't signed up at Underdog already, use promo code John Kelly. You'll get a 100% deposit match up to $100, and it helps me out as well. So I definitely appreciate it, guys. Best of luck this weekend, and I'll see you next time.